Hello guys, Zanitor here, and welcome back to City Skylines Sunset Harbor, where in the last episode we went ahead and went a little bit roundabout crazy with some weird, interesting ways of doing so with our new roundabout builder tool. Very happy to be having that one back. And we went ahead and did some other little funky things with some paths. I'm about to do something else that's a bit funky here. If it will let me, that is. Such as that, because I just noticed there's a bit of, them coming up here to get over there. They were having to go down there before or go around, so that's a little bit better, I think. So there we go, we've got that a little bit more sorted out, so we'll pretend that we've done a great justice to everyone involved, and that they're going to be very happy. But in this episode, we are going to go ahead and I believe I said I was going to work on the university, and I believe I've actually remembered that for once, which is, kind of, what in the world? Oh, I see. Oops. Which is kind of a miracle within itself that I remembered, but I'm very happy that I did, obviously. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Just so there's more ways around everywhere. I kind of like how the paths look when they're, a bit willy-nilly. I think they just, overall are kind of interesting. Because, they really allow you to do whatever you want here. So there we go. We'll do some stuff there. Because I don't imagine building in this area just yet. So, at least not for the meantime. So we got a little bit of a ways to go before we're going to bother with that. So, I think we're all good. Now, one thing we may consider. Oh, the train's getting a bit backed up there, aren't they? I guess just because of the having to cross back and forth and everything. But to be honest, it's not doing bad. Our cargo area still quite busy. I think everyone's still going this way for the most part. Yep, for the most part, still going there. Still coming out here, it looks like, as well. So we're all doing well. It's a bit of a sharper turn than I would like for them to have to do, but it's not going to be very visible, so I'm not bothering about it too much. Our high density area here is actually running really smoothly. I think this is like the perfect size for a high density area. Like little areas like this, just scattered about instead of a bunch of high density areas. Or like a huge high density area, rather. It seems to function quite well, so I'm quite happy with that. But yeah, we're going to work on Lake Valley University just a little bit here today. Among other things, because, that's not going to be able to obviously take the entire time. Don't even know what we have unlocked. We have the School of Law, which this thing is always huge and a pain to put anywhere, so we'll see if we can't manage. We can get it right there, so I never end up actually putting these down because I never end up having the room, but for once it looks like we're going to actually have the room, so that's pretty cool. Be able to actually have a School of Law here in Lake Valley. I kind of forgot that we're called Lake Valley, but that makes sense why we're called Lake Valley University now. So let's go ahead. I guess while we're at it, we may as well, just to make sure I got the right path here, yeah. May as well just connect up to here, but I'll use a bit of a curvier path. We like a path with curves, there we are. It's always good when your school is facing a very, very beautiful, gorgeous even, industrial site. But we'll take it. So let's do something like that, and then we'll have... Can we fit a study hall in here? We can. So my thought is study hall there. I don't have my tree brush yet, which is a bit awkward. What's some of the bigger trees? These are like redwoods. In fact, they are redwoods. I do like the flower trees quite a lot. I may dot them in just around here. And then I'm going to do other trees as well, so don't worry. But these are just to kind of be dotted in as I go along. Large trees, that works well. Then small beech. Yeah, that can kind of go fill in some extra areas, which beech trees, at least where I live, are fairly common, so, I can believe that. I may end up moving that, actually, I don't know. Because I think that probably in the end will just be the better option, would it not? I really miss my tree brush. It's a lot of tapping, I'll be honest. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just I'm definitely working my finger out a little bit more than I anticipated here. And yeah, obviously we can't get too dense here because the leaves aren't going to grow with the old side there. So I do wonder, where could I move this to? I don't want to pollute the water. That's like job number one essentially here. No, that affects the water. At least going that way affects the water. But it is like, I mean, it's our processing plant, so it is pretty important. But I do think we could solve it, having it somewhere else pretty easily. It is just trying to get it away from the water enough to where I'm happy about it. I do think I could probably squeeze it within here, but then I'm just adding traffic to this area. Which, I mean, it's not like... I don't feel like it's necessarily like in the world's worst struggle anyways, but, you know, still. And I'm going to move that over to there. Just because they're just going straight there anyways. But yeah, it may work out better over here. I could even... If I could get it back around here, I'd be pretty happy. So I may come in here and take this away. Sorry for taking your little turning area. But we'll come back. Let's say here. I think that's far enough. Because what I can do is I can put a waste transfer area instead. So that still is going to pollute a bit of the water. I need it to go just ever so slightly more back. So let's say, you know, something like that. And then we'll put it on the back end of this. They're all going through that way anyway, so why not? That works much better. Don't think it has any power. No, it does not. But I can solve it by just literally adding that. And then for the water... Actually, does this produce power? It does. Okay, that's something I didn't know. Now for this area instead, we could try replacing it with the transfer facility, which does a lot less damage to the area. And there's literally one beside it anyway, so that's actually a bit silly and not needed. So there we go, even better. I think that we'll still do what we want, just with less consequences. That's at least my hope. So what I want to do is... So a 2-lane road, I don't really want that. I want to do... Do we have like a 2-lane highway option here? Highway ramp, kinda. 2-lane highway with buried 2-lane highway. So I was kind of thinking I could toss in a little roundabouts. I could toss one in here. This would help considerably, actually. For the ones wanting to turn here. Ooh, that's not pretty, is it? Let's see. I'm going to do this. Let me take that away for half a second. And let me just do this. Because I can then turn that into that. And now we have a little place for them to turn instead of having to go up there. I think that'll work a wee bit better. And I could also bring that down that way and turn it into one too if I need to. Although I think we're doing okay to where I don't need to necessarily do that. But it is an option. If I wanted to just have it maybe even be a little bit more efficient. We got a little bit of a traffic issue, but I think that's fine. I think it'll be all right for the meantime at least. But yeah, maybe that'll work a little bit more. I mean, it's going to be a little bit crowded with just like the general gist of how that kind of works there, but I think it's okay nonetheless. Excuse me. But I think that'll work pretty well. I need to just do a little bit of sorting here. I didn't plan to do this time, by the way. Just happened to kind of turn out that way, as it usually does, where I end up doing a lot of accidental traffic management, just because it's fun, but as well, I like to make sure that things are functioning the best possible. So there we go. Whoops. Let's see if that will run relatively smoothly now. I doubt many are going around there. I think most are just using it literally to turn to get out of there. And that is mighty fine. Okay, so lots and lots of cars going across there. Most of them, I think, are leaving. Well, I mean, the bigger trucks seem to be leaving, but they could be going to other parts of the city, granted, so it's hard to tell. I haven't thought about it, but there is opportunity for another exit ramp just into here, and then it kind of lightens up this area and kind of lightens everyone going there, and I could literally just have it connect to like here or something. Man, it's not the worst idea in the world. How much soil do I have to work with right now? Soil availability, okay, not a lot. I got a little bit too much, rather. I was gonna try bringing it down a little bit, but yeah, I think I'll end up getting too much if I do that. Yeah, I'd have to find somewhere else to put it, and I'm not exactly sure where to do that and make it look half decent. That's always the hard bit, is making it look good while also doing that sort of thing. The best I can always do is like, yes, this is how I want this to look, I promise. But in reality, not really. We'll just work with what we got. So we do have a worker problem there. We could have just too many educated workers. Yeah, I think that might just be, kind of how it is. We have very little in the way of uneducated. I mean, there's still like the use for factory. That's not a problem. Excuse me. But yeah, I think we just have too many, which is not a bad thing in any way, shape, or form. So I'm very happy with that. We do have a little bit underwhelming university. Wonder if I could. That's a bit of a weird place to have it, isn't it? Let's see. I could put one here, because it's kind of an empty spot. It kind of makes sense. We'll put it on Old Thompson Street. But yeah, I think I could do it halfway here. The reason I was going to flatten this, by the way, I forgot to mention. I was tempted to bring it in as a place for a cloverleaf section, but I could do it here too, and then just curve around to where I want to go over here. So let me actually pause real quick. And if you're wondering why I'm not doing more of the university, I was mentioning that and I got sidetracked again. I'm waiting for just a little bit to hopefully unlock a few little more bits, but I think I might need to place a few more things. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I might need to place a few more things before I can actually do it as well. Oh, that's really annoying. Okay, let me redo that one. I managed to hit right click right before I placed it, so went a bit crazy. I always hate having to make all this noise, but there we go. Let's try that again. There we go. That's better with all the screwing up. And then we can go ahead and line them up to the best of our ability. That's not looking too bad. That's a little bit worse, but there we go. Perfect. And then, like I said, I think we'll bring it into maybe here. Which what I'll do is I will go ahead and get a 3-lane highway. And then we'll make this a... Oops, I keep hitting page up instead. We'll make this a pretty big one. I think here would be pretty good. Because it's like good access to kind of both places. But here as well, not a bad spot. And then we could move we could move a couple of things here and make this work. What is this, just housing? Yeah, it is. Let's take away, you know, a couple little bits here. Honestly, probably take away this, because I think we're gonna have to restructure this area ever so slightly. So there we go. We've got that. So let's go ahead and delete what doesn't work with it. There's a road under there that I can't quite get now. So let me just do this briefly, and then I can bring that back to where it was. There we go. And we'll delete these houses. We'll delete this street here specifically. And we can do a road that goes there to there. And then maybe it would be wise to, I mean, there is connections there, but maybe we'll have one there to there and there to there. So there's just ways through that's a little bit different. And honestly, it wouldn't be amiss to have a connection to there. All right, there we go. So now we can come in with this one. We will build this way first. Keep most of the building over here instead of going over the river. And then there we go. It's not too bad, actually. Oh, I prefer them both to have the little trusses or whatever you call them. There we go. And then there we go. So new way in and out of that area. There we go. And that's my hope of making that just a little bit nicer. I think we're going to go ahead and sadly get rid of this low density area. Same with here and here, and build this up to high density. Same with this and this, and yeah, over here as well. It's just kind of the unfortunateness. I think shopping's good here for where there's so many people going by. It's just sort of the unfortunate truth of this, I guess, in a way. But yeah, I think that's going to be better. Now, our processing status is quite good. I'd like, if I could, to get rid of the incinerators, at least in that form. I might put this here. Is it linked to power? It is, luckily. But I might put that there and see if I can. I don't know how bad this is going to hurt the area, because I don't know how bad we're struggling for that kind of thing. But I'm just thinking to have, you know, a little less pollution in these areas, and then hopefully more of the new facilities instead. And then like a recycling center is still quite nice, but I mean, we do have this and it can process, I mean, considerably more. So that's my hope that that's going to be a smarter move in the end. We will also go ahead here and I think delete these recycling centers. I'm going to assume, because it is a waste management or facility or waste transfer, either way you want to say it, I'm going to assume on kind of go out on a limb here that they're going to be quite good and recycle at the same time. I don't know if that is the case, but that's my hope. So we may be beyond industrial work at this point, at least for now. So I think we might start seeing a bit of industry going. Excuse me. So we might see some industry start to trickle out here. And I think in place, we'll see, you know, some of these nasty ways of powering things leaving as well. We'll see if we actually have enough production. We do. Because one thing we can do up here now is we can have a solar updraft tower if I can find a place where it fits. It showed it fitting somewhere for like half a second, but I don't know where it was. I mean, it might not even fit up here, to be honest. When I go crazy, it shows it fitting somewhere for half a second. I just can't find where it was. Ah, perfect. Now, okay, that works. Now my thought process from here is, yeah, just lots and lots of offices. And we'll make sure that we still have garbage processing, which we do not. So we want to make sure that we can still maintain that. So we will make sure we have that availability as well. We do have a bit of a struggle for it over here, so we will build a spot that can cover that area. We'll give that a pipeline, and we'll also give it some of its... We might give it some of its own power. I think that's a bit loud, isn't it? Maybe we'll just end up linking it like normal. We can do this. It's not too weird. Oh, I see. That's the problem. Don't know if that's actually going to... It barely connects, I think, but it works. Alright. So that obviously doesn't help with the processing, but we're going to get that bit worked out, so that's fine. Lessens water pollution. Interesting. So yeah, we'll need more of this, or one of these, again, elsewhere. But we'll find a place for that, I think, pretty quickly. Actually, that's a bit of a hilly area for maybe a housing area, but looks like a good enough area to have a waste facility. So maybe we can, or even over here, either way, but over here I think I can get it farther from the water. So let's see if we can do something here. Let's say right there. Then we'll come in with said facility, pop it down there. Safe from all other things, luckily. Bring it to there. We don't have to worry about power, so that's good. And there we go. We got away. Another thing I might do, just while we're here. Oh God. I mean, it works. But maybe not in the way that we want, is it? Let's fix some stuff, eh? Oh, that was truly a beaut. There we go. I'm happy with that. So how does that do us for process now? It does us very well. So that's good to see. We don't actually... Well, we do need that, actually. So let's go ahead and... Actually, we'll fill this in with office, because it'd be better suited anyways. We'll do... Why not do it all the way up here? I know this will take a little while to fill in, but I'm okay with that. How much noise does this produce? not all that much. We could actually bring in a little bit of residential, even back here. So there we go. Changing it up a little bit. Bring in a bit of commercial. And then, oops. And some more office. Which, honestly, making it work in this way is pretty amazing. Some weird constraints they're working with, but making it do very well. Sure, why not? Even there. So that should start building in now. So yeah, we did lose a good little bit of money there. But, I mean, to be expected. Progress is money. Alright, so we're not doing too shabby here. This seems to be, I mean, it's being used, so I can deal with that. That curve is really truly something, isn't it? Take a drink of coffee while I kind of think what I want to do next. I mean, the universe is what I want to do next, but think what I want to do to it. I'm guessing we lost power here, and then, like, to this entire area for a little bit. And, screwed ourselves over a bit, didn't we? Whoops. That might be why we have very low, needs currently. That'd make a lot of sense. That's a big whoopsie. Well, that should start building itself back in at least. Let's go ahead and put that back together for now. Oh, I did not even notice. All right, let's hope this gets back together. I guess where I took a few things away there, they were not very happy. Oopsie. Apparently people like to have power and everything, but yeah, whatever. So be it. So be it. Now. Yeah, I'm just gonna make sure this is good, and then I'll start working on the university. Oh, I hiccuped again. Ow. Why? I've been very, like, bad about hiccuping lately. I need someone to just, like, scare me to death or something. I don't know. Actually, please don't. I'm a big baby and I'll cry. So it looks like I'm waiting on something, or maybe I just need more students to be able to actually unlock the next thing. That's at least my guess for now. So I currently have the attractiveness now, so that's good. I'm a very attractive man. I need 500 students. How many can I currently hold is the issue, I guess. Student capacity 2,800, so I can hold enough. That's fine. I just lost a lot of students, okay. So I could do student health care or free lunch, have some, I could have visiting scholars, universal education, but that makes them not pay for anything. I can't have that. I mean, we could have, you know, like the varsity sports, although I think they take up a lot more room than we actually have. I mean, yeah, that's like absolute behemoth of a place. The baseball stadium I don't think is much better. No. Then, I mean, pretty much everything is as big as possible. Aquatic center, even huge. Almost doable, but still huge. So yeah, we'd have to, like, start tapping into some weird places for that one. So yeah, it might just end up being like a smaller university, honestly. We got the potential for a lot of people, so wow. 0 of 1,000 students. Oof. Yeah, so we definitely need more and more. I could give them a little research grant. Why not? Let's go for a dissertation. We'll see if that does something to help us. Because yeah, we're spending a lot of money on it. Because I mean, if I can't figure it out and then like make it work well, I'll just build a regular one because it's easy. So this should start, I think, making its way back in. Luckily, so that's good. I am going to turn my fan on because it is getting warm in here. That is, if it will turn on. Why won't you turn on? There we go. all is well in the end. Now, what could I do next? So I could start building over here, but I feel like I'm, still experimenting with these areas, making everything kind of more full, which I don't plan to fill in any of this, as empty as it does look. It's kind of fun, but right now it feels like I'm kind of just waiting for people to move back in to a certain degree, which I hope they do. I mean, yeah, like things are slowly popping up, so I think it will within due time come back in. I guess, yeah, I must have just taken their power away when I was just literally redoing this one area. But our electric availability is fine now. Our water availability is so-so, but it's not bad. I mean, it produces quite a lot, especially in comparison to that. What does this do? So it does 120,000. This is 160,000, which is kind of crazy, actually. I mean, I very well could pop one of those down here, because it would help, make that a little bit easier on us. And then, yeah, I think things are just coming back in now. We don't have enough educated workers for this now because, well, everyone moved out. But that's fine. How's this doing? It's 653, so we still got people coming in swarms, pretty much. One thing I could do here, I see a lot of people crossing. I could go ahead and build a path to there. And then I could build this down here. There we go. It's not beautiful, but it does work. There we go. That kind of does more what I want it to do. In fact, I could even line it up even more. There we go. That'll keep some people off walking down there as much. So that, I think, will be better. There's still some people going that way, but I think they're going maybe towards there. I don't know. Not sure. So there we go. We got that going. So that'll bring more people at least into here, which crazy how many people will be walking across here really at all times. Is that childcare? Oh no, that is someone's residence. Wow. Congratulations to you. Technically 7 households in there. I don't know how that works, but sure. Maybe really glorious apartments? I do not know. What is this? Oh yeah, the public library. The library looks so nice. Holy crap. I've never actually properly put it down, so that is crazy. And then we have the Institute of Creative Arts, which also looks amazing. I would have loved to go to a school like this. That would have been great. But yeah, wow. I mean, that looks like it's coming in a bit more. We're gaining people every day, so I mean, it's not a concern so much anymore. We do have some unique stuff we could actually start putting down. We got the football stadium down, but media broadcast building is pretty cool. That's something that could be a fun thing to have that we just don't have up. I wonder if I can put it in there. And that covers all of this area pretty much. But as well, I could put it here and fill in all this area too. Here does actually a lot more area, I think. So sure, why not? When they come to our fine city, they can see our media broadcasting. Yes. I mean, that's pretty fun to have. Just something different now. Festival area. So this probably be really loud. Yeah, I was going to say. It's needs to be in the middle of nowhere nearly. But that is pretty cool too, though. So we've got the plazas. A lot of these things that I always forget to place these down just because they're in a tab I usually don't go into. We do have Transport Tower, which is pretty nice as well. I don't know if that works better, over here where it works better. I do wonder where most of our population is, really. I don't know if there's a thing that really shows that. I assume over here because of, I've built over here more, but I really don't know. This, general area could use these kind of things, though. I almost wonder if they're worth putting in that bit, but I don't know. Man. Looks kind of out of place if it's here, doesn't it? But maybe. Why not? Make those 3 people happy. Have our first proper big building. But as well, I'd be tempted to turn everything into like really fancy IT and make this make these buildings huge. I might do that. Maybe this area will just be all like Sunset Heights. Could be a mistake, but you know, you never know until you actually do it, or you know before and you just don't pay attention. That's probably more what I'm going for. Actually, it's a bit of both. I kind of feel like it could be a mistake, but at the same time, I want to do it, so I don't care. And we'll actually go ahead and start building this out to here as well, because, I mean, I've got all this area to build into. I kind of forgot about. This is easy area to build into as well. So, wow, I forgot I had all of this, so it's kind of crazy as well. Do I want to do anything special with the, like, residences here or anything? Because we have policies, obviously, that we could instill here. I think, well, first thing I'd like to do is I always like to encourage backing. That's always an easy one. I am a big fan of that, most definitely. Reduce... No, I don't want to reduce their income or the taxes. That'd be crazy. I wouldn't mind to... let's see. Automated sorting. Let's see. Okay. Just kind of looking around, see what we got. Recreational use. That could be kind of funny. That actually might be kind of funny. Slightly increased tax income. Why not? You know what? We'll do it. And then let's see, what else do we want to do for the area? I don't think we need to do anything too high-tech housing. That could be fun. Why not? We'll go for it. And then let's boost connections. Outside connection traffic capacity is increased 20%. Applies to boats, trains. Okay, wow. 10,000 a week. Ooh, we do not have that currently, especially because I'm already spending a lot of money on this. But my hope is that putting these policies in place will make it even more profitable in the end. So that's the hope, at least. And we don't even have water to this place, of course. Because why would we? But another thought I have is I think I should come on in and go ahead and start putting some places down here. I usually would avoid this kind of thing, but I just, you know, when traffic becomes a problem, it's a problem. That's kind of how I'm feeling at this point. And then I'll fix it, and then all will be fine and dandy. And one thing I am tempted to do here is put this back to a straight road, so I can build off of it completely. So I'm going to do that. But I kind of want to build off these a little bit more like a city now. I don't know what I just deleted. I think I just deleted a regular road, so I think I'm good. But the reason for this is I want to have this a little more dense. I thought I didn't, but I do. So at least I found out, you know? What's the issue? Oh, I see. When in doubt, move things about. That's what I always say. There we go. We'll pretend that looks normal enough. That's why we gotta make it look really dense, so it does. And then we'll do the same a little bit over here as well. Perfect. Then we can build through there, and then when we unlock that next area, we can build on down that way too. Now I'm going to be a madman and just directly connect those like that. I will keep this one because I think it's, you know, it's our easy way in and out. And I am going to actually bring this back. Just because I do think it works quite well, actually. I'm gonna have one down like this, and then, because the thing is, I'm gonna traffic manage it to hopefully make it work a little bit better. So yield, this I would prefer if it only went, yeah, it only needs to go one way, because this one you can go this way and then go that way. Okay, that should be fun. I believe. And then we'll go back here. Make sure that's only going to there. And I think that'll be good. And then, yeah, all right. We're going to take this away. Well, I might be able to keep that. It might be okay. We'll see how bad this gets. Let's actually have a gander. It could get bad, it could be fine. No one really knows. Everyone knows, but we're gonna find out. Because if I don't like that, I'll just fix it elsewhere anyways. Oh yeah, I wanted to make this a roundabout. Highway, yep. Perfect. So I will keep that one. Actually, I don't know. I think I want it to be an intersection. Because I don't care if a city is slower. I just don't want it backing up to where it's like out of the city. That's like the main thing here. As long as it's not backing up to where it's out of the city of traffic, I'm okay with it. Because that works mighty fine for me. So let's come on in here. And I mean, yeah, we'll just start building in. I know it's not great to have some stuff after these kind of intersections, but still, and I'm actually going to downgrade this ever so slightly. The reason being is I want people to actually be able to park on it, which I know is usually not what you want, but since there is going to be commercial here, I feel like it's probably a good idea. I don't think I'm going to have it here, but I am going to put it there just in case. I may consider this just being office area. I won't put it too close, but I will put it there. What is this? Go away. Alright. So let's try that. Let's see what happens. It's feels a bit like risky business, but at the same time, excited to see how it comes through. One thing I wouldn't mind is, like, you know, maybe putting something fun within here. Like, I mean, oppression office, that's always a fun one. I mean, there's like Expo Center, which this is very loud, so that's going to be a hard sell, I think. Like, Science Center could be fun. I mean, I can get it there. So, I mean, that's like quite a fun thing. Is this, okay, it is residential. That may not go well. But we'll see. We'll see how it fares in the end. Then, like, yeah, some more commercial along here. Maybe commercial across from this because it'll be touristy. Same there. A little bit of office. We could go for a bit of residential down here because it should be less loud now. And then some more office there because, you know, shouldn't have to worry too much. There, you know, just kind of filling things in as we see fit. And why not? Really just going for it at this point. I just want to, you know, see it look a little bit more dense. I was looking at it and I just wasn't fond of how everything was looking to a degree, so it's my hope that this will now look better. So, I mean, everything seems to be running smoothly enough. Trying to give them enough ways to, you know, get to where they want to go, so hopefully that'll help. We will have multiple ways into here at some point too, especially once I get this area open, so we'll see if that benefits us as well. How you guys doing? You're coming back, so that's good to see. We're over 40,000 again. We have a huge need for commercial. And I'm not sure if that's just here or where it is, but definitely a huge need. So we'll do like that and see if that's maybe where it was needed. I don't think it was the right place, but did nonetheless. Let's see, we could maybe, I'm like trying to think if there's a, it's a bit close to a lot, isn't it? No, that's not maybe a good idea. Just trying to think if there's a good place I could connect these areas. I mean, I could do the on and off ramp, which may work out well enough, but I don't know, it might be alright. Maybe we can just keep it as is. One thing I may do though is I may come in here before this stuff gets built. Oops, I just canceled the building, but sure. But I just want to make sure there was a way for them to get down to these sort of things. And for the residents as well to get, you know, to the other side of things too. So there we go. Like, then now they have a way kind of around there. Alright. So, we'll let that kind of run, see how it goes. I'm happy with how traffic and everything seems to be now, so that's good. But yeah, we seem to be doing pretty well. I think in the next episode we'll end up coming in and doing even more to maybe like fix this area a bit more. Maybe we'll try to fix the train lanes as well. They're getting a little bit crowded. And just fix some other stuff in general. But I think it'll be all good. And yeah, we'll try. Maybe we'll come work on the park a little bit next time. And like just fill in some of the areas with parks and stuff like that. But yeah, that's going to be it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry too much didn't get done. Next time, I think we'll be able to get a bit more in. But I mean, we did a lot. It's just like, you know, kind of maintenance feeling more than actually getting things done, if that makes sense. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, goodbye.